It is 11:30. Good morning. Welcome back to Central Valley Talk. We are live and local on this Wednesday. It's Hump Day. I am Austin Reed. Hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. We're going to be live with you until just after 3 o'clock today, so make sure you stay with us. A quick reminder, we are now under an excessive heat watch for the entire Central Valley. Today is when it's going to get really hot, but then tomorrow into Friday and this weekend, it's going to get really hot. I'll have your forecast coming up a little bit later. But first, let's kick things off with my first guest. Joining us live in our Tower District studios is Hope Rosky.
Hi.
Hello, good morning.
How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Last time we did an interview, you were in somebody's house.
Yes, that is correct.
Doing easy workout tips for seniors.
That is accurate, yes.
And especially when we were kind of in lockdown back then. Mm-hmm. So things are changing now. Tell everybody a little bit about your story for our viewers that haven't seen you before, as far as a personal trainer and a personal fitness instructor.
Sure. So my background basically started as a youngster because I was a gymnast turned diver, and athletics has always been a great part of my life. So has teaching. So I'm a retired educator, but I also coached. And so when I retired from teaching, my other love was obviously fitness. And so melding the two together, I became a personal fitness trainer and group fitness instructor. And I have an emphasis with senior citizens as well. But I've also trained many younger people too, and one who is in the military as well. So yeah, diversified, and I love what I do, and I do what I love. And COVID actually has helped some of my clients. I've had people actually lose weight during this time. There are people who've talked about gaining weight, but I actually have had clients who have lost weight during this time.
Interesting. So tell me a little bit about some of your favorite situations to work out in or under.
Well, I think it just depends on the person and the situation, because fitness is not a one size fits all. People are coming in for different reasons. Many of my seniors are going for more of a strength because they're dealing with osteoarthritis, porosis, etc. Some of my clients have balance issues, and they're needing to elongate muscles and deal with flexibility. So it truly depends on each individual client. And there's not one area that I say I love the most. What I embrace the most is watching my clients improve and grow and say, wow, this has been great for me. And those nuggets are what I treasure and hold close to my heart.
And you serve all of Fresno, all of Clovis, basically the whole Central Valley, right?
Right. So I work as an independent contractor, but I also work as a personal fitness trainer and group fit instructor with Fig Garden Swim and Racket Club as well. And I'm still actually doing group classes and individual clients online as well. So it's COVID in some ways. I mean, I would have not thought about doing that before, but it's actually helped my business to a degree too.
Well, I think a lot of people are going to want to continue to do that right there,
Yes.
Online, and you're coaching them.
Yes. Okay. So that's Linda right there. And that was training in her home during more of the pandemic time. And we did social distancing. And so Linda right there is using the physio ball, and she's doing bicep curls right there. So you can see she's isolating. She has her elbow into that ball, so she's able to isolate and really accentuate the bicep muscle there.
Do those balls really make a huge difference?
They do. Okay, so right there is for bicep, and right there you actually see her now working the tricep area using great form, and it's otherwise known as a stability ball, and you can see how things are very stable. It's also great to use for your abs, your hamstrings, everything, because once people actually get on the ball, no pun intended, right? And they start to move, it really does a great deal for the core as well. And this is what we hear about people saying, oh, I need to work my core, I need to work my core. The physio ball is really a terrific tool or fitness equipment to use for that particular area.
Well, it is now summer officially.
Yes.
And I wanted to talk.
Did you need to
Yeah,
remind
right. I
me
know.
that it's
I know.
summertime?
Thankfully, we're in the AC today in the studio.
Right, yes.
But I want to talk a little bit about some summer tips that you have for people. And I know we're going to do a demonstration coming up in a few minutes.
Right.
But how do they get on the bandwagon right now to feel good when they go out to the pool, they go out to the beach?
Right. So, I mean, I will preface this with anything. Before you get into an exercise program, it's always important to, especially if you're coming out of an injury or surgery, just make sure you have medical consent from a doctor. And for some people who are completely new to this, it is good to work with a personal fitness trainer just to get an understanding of what your wants and needs are, and they can get you on a program. You can do things at home. People are traveling during the summer. So it's really important to then say, okay, well, I'm on vacation, but I don't have gym accessibility. What can I do? Well, what I'm going to do in this next segment is show people what they can do by using kitchen countertops, or what they can just do isometrically to gain. But there are things that you can do to get your body toned for your legs, abs, and arms, whatever you're focused on.
And then speaking of summer, people are going to be traveling, and I know you brought some other easy devices
Right.
to
Yes,
work
I
out. So
did.
we'll talk about that in just a second. But real quick, nutrition
Yes.
through the summer.
Through the summer. So being at home, one is in more control of their environment and what they can bring in. So every person's body type is different. They're endomorphs, mesomorphs, etc. And so every person's eating habit may be different and goal and what they want. Some people actually want to gain muscle mass. Others just want to have that very slim, toned type figure. So it's important to know your carbohydrates and adding in protein. And that's the thing that I think people shy away from a little bit, is the protein. And even if you're a vegetarian, you can use things like tofu or tempeh to gain that protein. And it's important to add it into every part of your daily diet, and not just like one time, but morning, noon, and evening. And the other thing is sometimes people are late night snackers, and hey, I'm guilty too.
Me
That's
too,
how,
me too. I'm
But the
terrible
problem
with
is that it has nowhere to go. So
Right.
it has no place to burn off. So if you can kind of keep in your mind, stop the eating by 7 o'clock, because the rest of the time you're sedentary, that's an important note to keep too. But if you look at, people say, well, I love my pasta, there are so many other options you can look at, like quinoa pasta, but yeah, you might have to adapt your taste buds a bit. And then also look at what you're adding in. What type of fats are you adding in? Everybody's like, oh, I'll eat salad. Well, what's the dressing that you're putting on top? And, eating the right kind of fats, like avocado versus like a mayonnaise-based type thing. So that's all important. When you go out to eat, when you're on vacation, be cognizant that some of these things may be loaded with sodium. And if they have a chart and it tells you how many calories, also look at the carbs, because carbs turn to sugar, sugar turns to fat. That's just plain and simple.
It's that easy.
It's that easy.
to
know.
We're going to take a quick break.
Sure.
Coming up next, we've got a demonstration for you from Hope, so stay with us. We are back on Central Valley Talk with Hope Rosky, and she's got a demonstration for us. Take it away.
Thank you so much. So before you do any sort of workout, it's always important to warm up. Anything from starting to reaching overhead right here, reaching across your body, and then once you pull overhead, lifting up your legs, feeling like you're kicking your behind to stretch out your quads a little bit, and just warm the body up. And that can go on anywhere from maybe 5 to 10 minutes, just to kind of get the blood flowing and moving. So some of you are going away on vacation and saying, what can I do because I don't have a gym close by? A couple of things: if you have a counter close to you, you'd want to plank in, you'd want to hold your hands wide and come in and do a push-up off of the counter. That will get your chest area working. If you come in for a more narrow reach, so your arms are coming right in front of the shoulder area and you come down and the elbows come in tight, you'll be able to work the tricep area, which is great. The best piece of equipment to take with you while you travel is a resistance band. These are great. They come in various tensions. So I have kind of a medium type tension here. I'm going to step in with both feet. So I'm going to pull this band up right here to give me the most tension possible, and then I'm going to squat. So I'm going to sit back on my heels, and I'm going to work my gluteal area and my quads as I do this. Now, as I'm working this area here, you'll notice that my hands, my palms are up right here, and I'm also having some isometric work on my biceps. Now I can stay down low, isometrically burn my quads, and now I'm going to work the biceps even harder. So I'm coming into that right here, which is really great. Then I could take my leg out. I have my left leg in right here. I'm pulling the band up tight by my waist, keeping my foot flexed, lift and lower. Again, working the quad area, because we all want those nice looking legs for the summertime. Then you can take it out to the side and begin to work the abductor area right in here. And then angle the foot out slightly and then squeeze coming back. And that again hits that gluteal area. It's good to start off. Everybody's at a different level. You might only be able to handle 8 reps, some 10, some 12, some 15. After every sort of exercise, you want to make sure you stretch that area out. If you need to, you just step back with that left leg that I just worked, put my hands on my hips, and then I push that quad right here forward, and I can just stretch and lift my arms up overhead as well and just get a nice stretch there. If I want to work my hamstrings, which are the back part of my legs, again, I pick this up right here. I have my legs directly underneath my hips, and then I bend down and squeeze. Now I'm keeping my core engaged the whole time. I'll even give a side view here. Coming down, coming up, squeeze. So I hit the glutes, and I hit my hamstrings. So that's good as well. You saw some things to do with the biceps. Now let's talk about what you can do with the triceps, because people, of course, always complain about the back of their arms. So what you can do is you put your foot about halfway in, one foot, and then it's kind of, I tell people who are familiar with the volleyball overhead serve, and you want to keep the other hand supported here, is a push right here. This is one way to do it. And that takes care of the tricep area. The next one is both feet in for an upright row, working shoulders and pulling right here. Now you can also squat and pull, so you can get doubles in. So there's so many different ways that you can work the body. Now all of us think about, okay, what about my abs? What can I do? Using a resistance band, you can come side to side, and then also pulse a little bit to one side, pulse a little bit to the other side. I know this is so much to take in, but there's so much people can do. If you don't have a resistance band with you, you can even do standing abdominal work. You would raise one hand up, and then you pull right in, knee and elbow merging together right here, and then you can come across as well. You can also take that foot pointed out and come in sideways and squeeze even with the arms here, getting a little bicep. So again, there's so many different things you can do on a vacation, prior to vacation. There are also great videos out there as well that people can go online. So embrace the summer, have fun with your workout, and make it the best you ever.
Okay, and Hope, tell everybody your website, your phone number.
Oh, absolutely. If people want to get in touch with me, I do have a Facebook page under Hope S. Rosky. They can send me a friend request. They could also send me a private message, and I will be happy to reply.
All right, come back anytime, okay?
That would be great.
Very good.
Everybody stay cool and stay hydrated. Remember, when you work out, your body's like an automobile. If you're going to go on a long distance trip, you fill up with gas, fill your body up with water.
That's right. That's right. We'll be right back. You're watching Central Valley Talk.